Hi everyone, welcome to another session of Basics of Product Management. And in this session, we are going to discuss establishing product market fit. So in this session, we are going to understand what exactly is a product market fit and what are the various conventional methods of achieving product market fit. And then we'll go through an example of Slack and we'll try and understand what is it that they did right, what is it that they did to achieve this product market fit in the space and how they pivoted their business from a small startup in the gaming industry to a multinational industry which focuses on the product of internal communication for big organizations. So yeah, this will be the agenda of today's meeting. A bit of introduction about myself. I'm Atul and I have more than 4 years of work experience as a product manager. My domain of working as of now is in product development and growth and in market research. And I've completed my MBA from Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. So yeah, let's start with the session now. So what is a product market fit? The term product market fit was coined by Mark Anderson, an American entrepreneur. What he said that product market fit means being in a good market with a product that can satisfy the market. So basically, in his coinage of this term and in his essay, Mark Anderson identified that essentially it is the market that makes or breaks your product. So what he tried to say was that market was the single most important factor on which the success or failure of your product depends. So probably in a good market, even if your product is in a way mediocre, if it is satisfying the needs of the customers, if it is bridging a gap between the usage, between the consumption and the needs of the market, then it is going to reach a level of success, reach a level of reach a stage where it can satisfy the needs of the customer and become a successful product. On the other hand, if the product fit is not there, if the market does not accept the product and does not accept the uses, so however tip top its pipeline of supply is, however good its other organizational features are, it is not going to live up to its expectations as a successful product. So market is again the single most deciding factor in determining the success or failure of a product, and essentially defines the product market fit's importance. So hence this becomes the single most thought after problem until a product reaches a stage. So in this uh, context, the product's life cycle is divided into two stages: before finding the product market fit and after finding the product market fit. So before finding the product market fit, a team is supposedly spends a lot more effort in determining what is it that they should do to understand and bridge this gap and identify what is their product market fit, what is the exact value proposition of their product which can be delivered in the market. And the remaining parts of this business are then sort of fitted in, or you may say tweaked in, after finding this product market fit. So let's assume a scenario wherein uh, you think that you have achieved that product market fit. How you know that, yes, this is finally where my product is now, that it is serving the needs of the consumer of the market, the needs of the people in the market. So that at that time, the your main focus would be in increasing the services of the product, in sort of scaling up your product. So yeah, at that time the product market fit is actually reached. And so essentially this is the scenario, this is the meaning of the product market fit. So yeah, moving ahead, how do we achieve product market fit? Now each product is different and each market is different, and achieve and quantifying this achievement of product market fit is uh, is not very apt. But basically, there are certain basic ideas. There are certain very basic value propositions that needs to be offered in terms of achieving this product market fit. So first of all, the product should be able to identify its potential customers. It should not be in a way confused in delivering its value proposition. uh, who is the product for, how it meets the needs of the end users, what is it that is going to be achieved, what is it that the product is going to be fulfilled, are certain basic questions that needs to be answered through the value propositions of this product. Then identification of underserved needs, establishing the core competency of the product, establishing the USP of the product is another important step in achieving this product market fit. Say for example, Instagram, it sorts of puts out your story in the form of pictures, and that is its ultimate competency. For Facebook, creating an online network of friends communities, that is ultimate core competency. So that is where the value is served. The the uh, the the bridge between the market and the end consumers uh, is bridged over there. Then, as we said, defining the value proposition, how well a product satisfies customers more than their competitors, more than any other product, is another important question that needs to be answered by the product. And then finally, creating and testing the MVP, the first prototype of the product. How do you go to the market, go to the end consumers with this MVP, and then you sort of gauge the where your product stands, whether it is answering all these questions that you have asked again and again to yourselves, whether it is uh, defining that value proposition. So through this MVP, these matrices are tested, and then you sort of have an idea that yes, now my product is serving a need for the market, and bridging a gap, and then it is now ready to scale. So yeah, this is an overall overview of the process, the steps that come in before achieving this product market fit. Leaving the theoretical part aside, leaving the steps that are needed to achieve a product market fit, we actually now delve into an example of Slack, which is an instant messaging tool that is used by various companies as an internal tool for communication. We'll try and understand that how this product, this instant messaging tool, achieved its product market fit and what was its story. So, going back a bit in 2010, there was a company called Tiny Spec, which is a gaming company, and they were working on developing an RPG game. Now, Slack was built as an internal tool for communication for this company. So, the initially the IRC, which is the internal tool that was used by these companies, by this gaming company, was very rudimentary, in a way that you had to initially connect with the servers to download your messages. So the company started building it for to facilitate their internal communications. Now, due to some complications or some difficulties in scaling this game that the company Tiny Spec was building, uh, in after some time in around 2012, the development of this game was stopped. However, the company realized that in in the meantime that they had worked on improving this tool for communication within the company could be an important asset in terms of scaling and developing it as a separate product for usage by the teams for internal communications. So that is how Slack came into being. In the initial slides, we understood that to achieve a product market fit, our product should be able to deliver some unique value propositions to the end users. So we'll try and understand what did Slack do differently. So as I said earlier, unlike the IRC, that was the internet relay chat tool for communication, which was used by Tiny Speck earlier. Slack was built to be fully asynchronous. What does this mean? That with internet relay chat, the users had to really connect with the server first, and then their messages were downloaded. But with Slack being fully asynchronous, the now the users came to the messaging platform with the messages already waiting for them. So at that time, it was a big revolution, as in for the first time the users did not had to connect to the servers for them to be able to download these messages. So this was really a key differentiator that came and served the market. Also, it sorts of added to the transparency for the whole organization. Now the employees could see what the other teams are also working on. In a way, it connected the whole organization, so that the employees are now able to also understand what was it that was going in the organization, what was it that was being communicated in different teams as well. So it sorts of facilitated the communication and brought in an overall transparency. It also gave a whole centralization aspect to the company's teams, as in the users could now really share the files and chat and sort of email in the same application. So in a way, it centralized the whole working and reduced the distractions as well. So that way, it sort of solved all these three purposes of sharing a file, chatting, emailing, and brought it in under one hood. So that was one of the other differentiators that made Slack work for them. Again, in addition to this, a lot of smileys were brought out. Slack always used to stand out in terms of being a very sort of adding to the vibe of the workplace, and not against the normal blue and gray working background. It sort of gave other options of smileys and you know differentiated text as well. So that ways Slack stood out as compared to other products that were offered by the competitors as well. So after establishing their core value proposition, differentiating themselves against the competitors, and delivering something which was unique to the market, it was now time for Slack to test the MVP, to test their first version of the product. So first, as a first step, they established their North Star metric, which was a total of 2000 messages sent. So the thought process behind this was that a team should be able to understand what is it that the product was offering before making a judgment about it. So what the entire team uh, came up with was that an organization or a set of people, if they send more or less 2000 messages, then they will sort of understand what is it that their product really offers, and how does it solve the purpose of the team in a more facile communication. And it was really observed that 93% of the teams that sent more than 2000 messages remain the customers of Slack even today. So this was the North Star metric that was set up by Slack at that time, on based on which their MVP was tested and led to the growth of the product. Also, they also the team relied on invitation only growth for the preview release, which sort of created a waitlist. And on the first day of Slack's preview release, 8,000 people requested the invitations to Slack, and a week later, more than 15,000 people requested the access. So this was the way in which their MVP was set on the path of growth, and now rest is story. Slack is now a multi-billion company, and more than 70 companies in Fortune 100 use Slack for the internal as their internal communication tool. So in a way, the story of Slack tells us that how important it is to differentiate your product, to deliver your core value proposition to the end user, and to sort of test the MVP in a way that it leads to the growth of the product, and you define your matrices in a way that they lead to establishing your product as a key differentiator, and then solve the needs of the market, and that is how they achieve the product market fit. So yeah, that's it for the session today. Do write in comments that how did you like the session, and we'll be again coming up with an interesting topic in the next session. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for now.